Hey everybody, welcome back to KF Trades. In this video we're looking at the indices real quick just to see where they're at. Had a quick move in Tesla today, and then I'm looking at a handful of stocks for possible credit spreads. Let's get out there and make some money. So a little update on the indices so far this week. This was our downtrend, pre-pandemic high like I'd mentioned in previous videos. But we kind of bounced off that area, moved up to the 9-day. If we get a little bit of a movement up, I'm watching this 31,262 area. And then that'll meet up with the 20-day if we get a little bit more of a pop this week. The SPY, we're bumping up against resistance right now, possibly tomorrow, right around the 380 area. If we break through that and get a little further move up, we could test 398. But we got to break through that 380 tomorrow. And then same thing with the Qs. We broke through 285 today, sitting just above the 9-day on this one. And we could move up to 290 towards the 20-day. But if we get a little bit more of a move in everything, we could see the 298 area. Okay, everybody, this is a small trade I had in Tesla today. As you can see here, same as usual, this was the previous day high up here at 740 area. And on the open today, this was their pre-market high with a pre-market low. We started the day up, moved through the pre-market low, went down and broke the 700 area, which has been strong resistance. Moved through that, set up a nice buying opportunity right here if a guy wanted to get in. When I got to the pre-market low, I started a position and I bought some puts. Moved up a little bit, chopped around, and then finally moved down, and I sold right over here when I got close to the previous low. So that was just a quick trade that I had on today. And then the rest of the day, it obviously just traded up, moved back through the 700, hit the pre-market low, and bounced down. So we'll see where this one ends up tomorrow. The other one I'm watching is United Health. I'll give you a little further look out on this one. So here is this 300 area was the kind of the high before the pandemic. Then we had the drop, and then it's gone straight up. Now it's kind of looking from this high. I'm watching that area right now. And I'll shorten this back up so we get a better look. But I wanted to give you the 3-year look just so I can show you where the pandemic was. But this 509 area, I'm kind of watching, see if it kind of sets up some types of head and shoulders type pattern. So I'm just watching that one right now. I bought a couple of puts on this one today because it's one of the few that haven't really pulled back at all, like the rest of the stocks. And I'm going to touch on that in a little bit on a couple other stocks too. But the volume has been picking up. So I'm just kind of watching it. If it doesn't go my way, I'll just get out of these if it really breaks through this 509 area. But I'm going to be watching this one tomorrow pretty close, because I'm expecting that we're bouncing up here and then we're going to get a pullback. As you can see, the stochastic has been moving up. The RSI has been moving up, getting a little heavier volume. But like I said, I'm kind of watching it for that head and shoulders pattern just because this one is not pulled back at all, like the rest of the stocks. So just keeping an eye on it. So there's a couple more stocks that I'm keeping an eye on because they haven't really pulled back to their pre-pandemic highs like a lot of the other stocks either. Two of them are Caterpillar and Deere. And with the economy slowing down, the housing market starting to pull back, maybe we're going to see a little less construction and stuff like that. So these might finally pull back a little bit. They just started the last couple of days. You see Caterpillar has some resistance where it bounced off right here. Let's bring that in a little closer. So right around that 180 area where it bounced off here, and then previously on the 3-year, you could see it a little bit. But it finally broke through some pretty good resistance right here today. And I'm just kind of watching this one. I'd like to see this one kind of actually, if we get a bounce or something here in the next couple of days, if we get a pull up towards 200, and then maybe look at doing like a credit spread or something on it. And then the same thing with Deere. Deere had the same thing. Really good resistance around 321, 322. Bounced off of here, bounced off of here. It was resistance right here coming through. And it broke through that and moved down through my other resistance and broke through that today. So kind of watching to see where that one's going to end up too. Now that it broke through the 300 area. And that's a pretty good drop down to the 180 area, the pre-pandemic high, if it does happen. So keeping an eye on that one. And the last one is McDonald's. Similar concept, although this one touched its pre-pandemic high way back here in March. So I'm just kind of watching that one, possibly to retest that area. So like I said, this one's right up against a lot of its moving averages right here. If it doesn't break through these, this could be a good opportunity to do like a 245, 250 credit spread. Or even a little further out if you wanted the 250 to 255s. They have earnings on 7/27, so you're probably about 30 days out. Just over 30 days out. So you could do the 7/22 expiration and possibly do something there, but I don't know. Just kind of watching that. That's another idea. I'd like to see this one head back down and retest this 218 area. If it does that, then we're probably off to the races.